Hey, how's it going? I hope your day is off to a great start already. This morning, I just wanted to touch on something that I've been seeing pop up a lot more recently in the online space in regard to Espiritismo. And that's this idea that you must have a set number of glasses of water on your bóveda, usually 7 or 9, and you must place them in certain formations in order to achieve this or to do that. And while both of these things are very much things that we observe, especially in Espiritismo Cruzado, this is not a universal sort of thing, right? There are numerous, well, I say numerous, there are a handful of fully codified branches of Espiritismo that do not observe these things, okay? So this advice, when I see it online, 9 times out of 10, it's being the course of discussion is kind of like this. You have someone who's brand new to Espiritismo. They have looked into a little bit of it. They know that they should set up a bóveda in their home and that there's glasses of water involved, so on and so forth. They make a post online, and then someone comes in and comments under their post and says, well, make sure that you have 7 to 9 glasses and you play and you know these specific formations, and you can only have 1 candle on the bóveda. Well, this is really, really bad advice for numerous reasons, and I'll touch on the whole 1 candle on the bóveda thing in a different video. But this is really bad advice for beginners, okay? Let me tell you, I've been practicing Espiritismo Cruzado for roughly 15 or 16 years now. There are, and I take care of my spirits on a daily basis, right? But there are entire days, right? 24 hours that are dedicated to me sitting with my spirits, working my table, physically cleaning and organizing things around my table, documenting things, so on and so forth. It can be a lot of work. And that's the one thing that a lot of people don't say, is that you will spend quite a bit of time just by default trying to learn about your spirits, build a relationship to those spirits, take care of those spirits, take care of your bóveda, clean your home, all of these different things that play into this practice, right? It can be a lot. And so if you are a beginner to this practice and you're still trying to figure out all the framework behind it and trying to wrap your head around different core concepts that we have, the last thing that you want to do is complicate that entire process with certain things that are not by default super conducive to you. And what I mean by this is, yes, there are espiritistas, most espiritistas, who will keep numerous glasses of water on their bóveda. The reason for this, though, is each one of those glasses is meant to represent either an individual spirit or a commission or quadrant or court of similar spirits. Now, if you are not far enough along in your practice, let's say you've never had a spiritual investigation done, so you don't know who the spirits are that walk with you, and then you decide, oh, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and throw these 7 or 9 glasses of water on this table and dedicate them to some random spirits. Okay, that's really not a great thing to do. You're sort of inviting trouble. But on top of that, you have to clean and refresh and take care of those glasses of water on a fairly routine basis. And if you're just starting out, that's going to be really taxing, right? And this is kind of one of those things that I think pushes a lot of people away from Espiritismo early on once they begin practicing, is because it begins to feel like a lot of physical or just rather mundane sort of work and a little bit of sitting and developing mediumship when you have time. Okay, so if you're just starting out and you don't know who the spirits are that walk with you, you don't know what commissions you have in your spiritual frame and all of that stuff, there is absolutely no reason for you to put up multiple glasses of water. Let that come later on once you begin to learn about those spirits. And even when that happens, you may have to have a few different spiritual investigations or several years of development before you discover all of the main commissions that you have in your spiritual frame or the main guides that influence your life, right? This can take a lot of time. So there may be times where you have 2 glasses, maybe times when you have 4 glasses, and everyone has an innumerable amount of spirits who walk with them, right? It's just that in Espiritismo, if we were to try and cater to that, our entire lives would be nothing but day in and day out taking care of these thousands of spirits or hundreds of spirits or whatever the case may be, right? So in Espiritismo, we generally will try and identify those 7 to 9 main guides or main commissions within a person's spiritual frame. But again, there's no reason to do this when you're just starting out if you don't understand who those classes belong to anyways. And as far as, formations of those classes, I wouldn't even worry about that until you get to that point, right? That there's no reason to try and work with that. And so anyways, sorry, I'm kind of getting off track, but what I recommend doing, and this is what I teach my own students, and this is even something that my own godmother expressed to me early on when I first started practicing Espiritismo. And this is something I also go back to from time to time. If you were to look at my bóveda behind me right now, there's 1 glass of water on it. That's my main fuente, right? If you're just starting out, keep it simple. Put the 1 glass of water, put the 1 candle, and that 1 glass of water, it should be dedicated to God or to your higher power, to yourself, or as a catch-all for all of the known and unknown spirits who walk with you. Not just all the spirits who walk with you, but those guides who walk with you, those who influence your life positively. Dedicate that 1 glass in that way. Work that 1 glass for a while, right? If you're just starting out, put that 1 glass, put that candle, begin to work on mediumship development, and then over the course of the next couple of years, begin to add glasses. But do so only at a time when those spirits tell you that that actually needs to be done, right? If you can take care of that 1 glass of water and your bóveda over the next, say, 6 to 8 months flawlessly, and you're starting to get spiritual investigations done, or you're starting to encounter the spirits who walk with you in various ways, then I would say, yeah, you should be good to go to, put an extra glass down, or maybe you've discovered all of your guides. Go ahead and put those 7 to 9 glasses down, right? But use that period of time of using just that 1 glass as kind of a testing ground to see if this is something that you can even keep up with when you have just the 1 glass, right? Because when you have those 7 or 9 glasses, it's going to be a lot harder, and it can take attention away from the actual spiritual work that should be being done at your bóveda, right? So that's all I got for you this morning. I'm sure I'll circle back around with another video, like I said, about people saying, oh, you should only have 1 candle on your bóveda, which is also kind of an incorrect or misunderstood, at the very least, sort of concept. So I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll talk to you guys soon.